And we do count that. That makes it actually 3 weekends in a row of winter weather, but the second weekend in a row where we have widespread impacts. All right, the view I'm showing you right now is definitely not the most dramatic one we have across North Georgia. We've had so many areas getting snow and accumulating snow, but the reason I want to point out what's happening over Atlanta, you see some blue sky right there, and every now and then you'll see a flurry fly by on the screen here. What I want you to be aware of is if you see that blue sky, that doesn't mean that this is coming to an end. Instead, it's a really good indication that not too far off in the distance, there is actually more rising air that's creating heavier areas of snow. And that's exactly what we're seeing play out immediately west of Atlanta. You want to watch these little pockets of blue that are traveling from northwest to southeast, even back into Douglas County, now trying to drift into portions of Coweta County. That's where the snow gets a little heavier than the lighter snow that's sort of surrounding it. And there's been this pocket here in the northeast metro that has definitely had a minimum of snow, but then it picks right back up again in this heavier band. This one's been pretty persistent, that originated near Lake Lanier and is now kind of shifting more over Walton into Morgan and Jasper and Putnam counties right on the line there. That's going to boost the snowfall totals in those areas where it's happening, and that's just putting it in motion so you can see the direction that is heading. Now I'm going to switch it to this radar view because this will do a better job of picking up on even the lighter snow in surrounding spots, and it's pretty widespread, extends back into Alabama. The temperatures are critically important here, though, because this means that road conditions can go downhill fast, and they have where snow has been accumulating. But it's also just so bitterly cold out there with wind chills already into the single digits in some spots. Also be aware when the snow gets heavy, visibility is really reduced. It's only a mile in several locations in northeast Georgia. That's going to be something to be mindful of as it fluctuates throughout the day. We're going to still hold steady on storm total. This is not additional snow. This is accounting for what's already fallen and what will continue to fall, that our highest amounts will still line up to the east of Atlanta with lesser amounts back to the west. But there's a lot of ground to cover here, multiple pieces of the puzzle as we get through the next 36 hours. Fox 5 Storm Team meteorologist Alex Forbes and I will have another update for you coming up in a few minutes. Tom and Alex.
Gosh, we know how to keep you guys busy. Thank you, Joanne. We do want to check in on the latest wintry conditions in Dahlonega, where I don't know if you've been paying much attention, you guys, but it sounds like they've been having a lot of fun up there. Kevin Stewart is live.
Too much fun, Alex, for sure. The last time we spoke, about a half hour ago, I told you the snow was beginning to ease up. Well, it's picking back up again. It's been quite interesting experience. The projection here was 3 to 6 inches. I can tell you we definitely have 3 inches. Take a look at the roads here. You can see it's begun to get very slushy out here. We have had students from the University of North Georgia coming out here, hanging out, having a good time today. In fact, we talked to one group of students who said, and I believe it's the same gentleman we were talking to not too long ago. How you doing?
You're talking to me?
Yeah. And so take a listen to what he had to say on tape.
It's way worse than what they said last week would be, because we could actually drive around the city last week, and then I tried driving this morning and I was slipping all over the road, so it's pretty crazy.
Now, did you believe the meteorologist this time?
I didn't know what to think, honestly, because like he said last week, it was not insane, but you know, I didn't know, but this is amazing. I love the snow, so.
So what are you going to try to get into this weekend?
We're going to go to campus and see if we can sled around the drill field, but honestly, not much. We're probably just going to hang around, stay inside, play in
the eastern portion of Jasper County, but mostly Putnam County getting in on the action there. A little bit of a lull in the activity for Athens. However, we're continuing to see snow fester across 20, making its way down to I-85. This is for South Fulton, even southern parts of Douglas County getting a pretty good swath there near Chattahoochee Hills, coming down here a little bit to the south of the airport at this point. For those of you in Fairburn, you should expect a pretty good dose of shower activity in the way of snow showers. All snow today. And then once you get down to US 29 there, just to the north of Noonan in Coweta County, you're getting spray. This will eventually flow into Fayette County. For those of you there in Tyrone, all the way down to Peachtree City, and then up next would likely be Fayetteville. likely a couple squalls inching closer to the airport. We'll have to check that camera momentarily to see if we're getting any ground signatures there. We're going to continue to see this activity fester across the area as we go throughout the afternoon and into the early evening for some, especially out east. So if you have not gotten snow yet, and I know there's a section of DeKalb County that is waiting on some accumulation to actually occur there are some bands out to the west that could possibly slide over your neighborhoods before this is all said and done. We'll track that as we get deeper into the hour. Alex, Tom.
Okay, Jonathan, we will check back with you very soon. We appreciate you watching our entire area for us. We do want to focus on some live images now and get a sense of what things are really doing in real time. So let's turn things over to Newton County.
And that is where we find Christopher King. We've had a changing of the guard. Christopher, with our reporters, you are providing perspective from there. It doesn't look too bad where you're standing.
Well, Tom and Alex, I really want your assignment today. So far, it's just really cold out here, and so far so good. Take a look over here. This is 278 near Emory Street in Covington. Roads were clear on the way over here. We saw some steady but only light flurries so far. I was back in Atlanta. Traffic was light over here to Covington. It seems like people are heeding the warnings. They're staying off the road, so driving here was pretty smooth. Now, that doesn't mean you should go out on the road. This could be the quiet before the storm. We spoke with a driver getting gas at a QT a little while ago. He says he is not at all worried about the storm. Got the storm coming through. How concerned are you about that?
Real bad. It'll be a real bad storm coming.
How concerned are you?
It's off and on, you know. I'll be all right as long as I get in the vehicle and stay warm.
What are you doing to prepare?
Getting gas, food, and everything. Getting ready for it.
Are you tired of this winter weather?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Well, that was another guy we talked to, and he is a bit concerned about the storm. Now, back to the roads. Conditions can change very quickly. You don't want to get caught out there. Right now, it is mostly gray and very cold. For now, we are live in Covington. Christopher King, Fox 5 News.
Yeah, Christopher, we appreciate that. And just
Actually,
the realism, you know. We have been seeing not much in the more metro section, but when you look north of Metro Atlanta, there's been plenty of snow out there. Think Gwinnett County, Dahlonega. So I'm seeing some of you guys' comments on our Fox 5 Atlanta YouTube channel, and some of you guys are saying they're blowing it out of proportion. You just stay tuned, because we do have quite a bit of snow out there, just not where Christopher King was.
Let's get out to Rob DiRienzo. Maybe he has some snow for us.
Yeah.
Live on 316 in Gwinnett County. Rob, how about that? Quite a different scene than what we just saw from Christopher King.
Yeah, guys, maybe I have some snow. It's blowing in my face. It's all over the place. And I thought the same thing as I was leaving Midtown a little while ago. Where's the snow that we were talking about? I drove up 85 a little bit, got here to Gwinnett County, and things got bad real quick. I want to take a step out of the way to show you the off-ramp. This is here along Route 316. You can see this is the Buford Drive off-ramp. Pretty serious accident down there. We do think there were injuries here. We saw this as we were coming up 316. And as I mentioned, throughout the drive, things just got worse and worse as we made our way out of the city, out of Metro Atlanta. We did see a wrecker down there. We saw some ambulances here a short time ago. We do know that a pickup truck was flipped